Welcome to the show, guys. We are talking about tight end rankings for fantasy football 2024. Some early discussion going into the season. I'm going to pull up the Concheapsis tight end rankings. Just have a quick talk here today. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm keeping the content flowing for you guys because it's important to talk about fantasy football in the offseason because that's going to get us light years ahead of the competition if we're aware of what's going on and kind of the landscape on how things sit now in March leading up to the season. So it's very important we have these discussions. If you are new to the channel, I look at the analytics 70% plus have not subscribed. They're watching the video, comes up in their algorithm. They haven't subscribed. Guys, this is the game-changing channel. This is outside the box. I'm the only one telling you the truth about fantasy sports. And I speak with confidence because everybody else is literally copying and pasting last year's top finishers. They don't take risks. They all told you Eckler last year. They all told you Pollard round 1. They all told you Cooper Kupp round 1. I told you to avoid those guys. They all told you T. Higgins round 2, Dalvin Cook round 5, J.K. Dobbins round 4, and on and on and on and on. They also had what's his name? Sam Laporta ranked 21st amongst tight ends, which, again, we're going to talk about that right now. So, light years ahead, guys. So hit the thumbs up, helps the channel, and smash, guys, the subscribe button, and drop a comment below. Which tight end do you like this year? Again, quick chat. We're going to have a talk. Also, I want to make an announcement. Get the 16-round draft solution. You can pre-order now. Use code SMASH to save. It's going to put you guys light years ahead of the competition. Grab 16 rounds, guys. It's the truth. All the optimal players drafted in each round. Immersive video training, printable cheat sheet, everything there. And when you're checking out, make sure you add the Sports Summit. Fantasy Sports Summit. It's a virtual conference. You're entered for a PS5. Amazing stuff, guys. And we're going to have NFL athletes there. So I've linked it below. Get 60 rounds. Add the summit. You'll be very, very happy. It's the ultimate fantasy football experience. All right? Let's go through this. Now, smash that thumbs up. All right, let's pull up these rankings here. As you can see, the Concheapsis rankings are here. And ironic, there he is, Sam Laporta at number 1. If you got 16 rounds last year, you're patting yourself on the back because we knew about this last year. We were getting Sam Laporta while everybody else was sleeping on him. We got him last year's news. Now, as you can see here, Brock Bowers, a dynamic weapon, tight end, coming into the league, guys. He's here on the Concheapsis rankings, ranked around 20th, ironically where Laporta was. I'm not saying grab Brock Bowers. All I'm saying is that he's a rookie coming in. He's a dynamic playmaker. He can create a lot of problems for opposing defense. He's a matchup nightmare. He can line up to block. He can line up to catch. He's explosive. He's, the yards after catch are good. College numbers looked good, 714 yards. Yards per catch were 12.815 the year before in 2022. He had 6 touchdowns. Anyway, the guy is going to go high in the draft. I heard the Jets are looking to grab him. Either way, listen, there's a ton of upside for him. Now, am I saying to grab Brock Bowers? We'll talk about that later. We're going to see his landing spot. But the point I'm trying to make is that they're sleeping on him similarly to they did to Laporta. And I'm not saying he's this year's Laporta. All I'm saying is that as soon as he emerges, they're going to do the exact same thing here at Laporta. They're all over Laporta now. This is a guy that nobody talked about last year. Nobody. I was the only one. And, pat on my back. Well, Joe, you got CMC wrong. Well, CMC was not that they got it right. He was a copy and paste. I just said, I don't believe in CMC. He's going to go down with injury. He didn't go down with injury. Everyone else I said was going to go down with injury went down with injury. Mike Williams, last 3 weeks of your fantasy football playoffs. Dalvin Cook sucked. J.K. Dobbins, and on and on and on. Point I'm trying to make here, guys, and again, this is very important, is that they just sleep on people's copy and paste. And with tight end, when you look at tight ends, you want a tight end that just gives you the 10 points. You don't want to invest too high. So the big question is, am I drafting Sam Laporta this year? That's a big question, and that depends. I gotta take a shot of my pre-workout. Oh, that's good stuff here. Okay, getting a workout after this. So, as you can tell, I'm hyped up. It depends, man. I like to get those running backs early, right? Doing a ton of videos on running backs and how they're few and far between. So, I think Laporta is gonna be a little expensive for me. I liked getting him last year ahead of everybody after round 8, which was amazing. I was just taking him with ease. So, again, he's number 1, understandably so. Kelsey's got 1, maybe 2 years left in him. Good. I understand why he's up there. He had a decline year this past year. Trey McBride could be good. Mark Andrews kind of hit or miss. And after that, it just becomes kind of like a crapshoot. Njoku, Ingram, Kittle, Kincaid, I like. He's got some upside. Pitts could take a huge step up this year, predicated on who's at quarterback. If it's Kirk Cousins or whoever, at the time it's recording, we don't know. There's going to be definitely some moves there. He could be exciting. And then again, Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer could take a step up. So there's a lot of second year, third year guys that could really, really step up this year when you look at this landscape. So I just wanted you guys to get a glimpse of this, right? If you're listening in the car, Laporta at 1, Kelsey at 2, McBride at 3, Mark Andrews at 4. These are tier 1. But there's no reason why Brock Bowers doesn't come into the mix, or Pat Freiermuth takes a step up if they work on the quarterback situation, or Dalton Kincaid. So it's about getting the value. And this is why I tell you guys, rankings won't help you. Get 16 rounds. Use the code SMASH to save. Secure it now. First or second week of May is my first version of the 60 rounds. It's a video training with all the notes. Tell you where all the optimal players are, the sleepers, breakouts, everything. So you're going to know who to draft later for value without spending an early pick on the tight end position. And I've always said this with tight ends. I never overpay for a tight end. I always wait for a value play tight end later that I can get with upside, and I don't have to spend that high draft capital on a guy that could potentially bust, boom or bust type thing, right? And again, I love Laporta. I loved him last year and everybody was sleeping on him. This year, he is a little more expensive. So when we are looking at tight end, rule of thumb, you want to get 10 points out of your tight end every single week. You want to get the value. You don't want to overpay. And you want to look for who could break out. And how I do that is I lay down 16 rounds. And I do that because I look at the situations. I look at who the quarterback is. I look at what other targets are, right? I take a look at the entire situation. I don't just say, hey, last year finished on top, I'm going to draft him again in that order. It just doesn't work like that. That's not how you're going to win your league. So, guys, quick tight end episode. I again, here are the Concheapsis rankings, and I love the Concheapsis rankings. I used to get angry at the Concheapsis rankings, but I love it because I get to see what not to do, or that's where I could see the value. Last year, the fact that Laporta was 21, I was excited. I was like, man, this is amazing. Sam Laporta was ranked 21st amongst tight ends last year. And I was like, yes, I love these sheep rankings. I love how everybody's following them. I love how the magazines are like this. I love the consensus rankings. I love how every website I went to do my draft had Laporta, after round 10. I'm like, this is great. I can get him and steal him in my drafts. It's amazing. And that's why 16 rounds is the game changer, okay? So grab 16 rounds. I linked it below. Use code SMASH to save. Quick glance at tight ends. Again, I do like Kincaid. Bowers could be good, maybe for value. Mayer could take a step up. I just talked about Kyle Pitts taking a step up at the quarterback position. It's going to be very, very interesting. Guys, let me know who you guys like here. Again, Hawkinson, I think he's a lot of people there are going to be in that committee. Again, Mike Mayer could take a step up. Juwan Johnson. There is other tight ends here. Isaiah Likely maybe could take a step up. I see some talent there. Cade Auden could take a step up. He showed some good games. Musgrave could take a step up with tight end in Green Bay. I like Jordan Love a bit more this year. So again, guys, we're going to have to see after the draft how the depth chart falls, how we're feeling in training camp, news, buzz, and then we're going to find that perfect tight end that's going to get us to 10 to 20 points per game that we want and desire. Minimum 10 anyway. 20 would be amazing. So again, don't sleep. Brock Bowers. There's some other tight ends coming out. Javion Sanders. Who else is here? Kate Stover. There's a couple other Ben Sinnott. A bunch of other guys. But again, it depends on where they land. How much volume you think they're going to get. Who's throwing the ball. All going to be key factors. All right? Subscribe. Thumbs up. Quick tight end talk here. Tight end love. Showed you some guys that have some upside. And again, it just sucks that the sheep are now on Sam Laporta. Such a damn shame, but we were light years ahead of the competition last year. We're going to find the value this year. Grab 16 rounds, smash the thumbs up, comment which tight end do you like this year. Content's going to keep rolling for you guys. Appreciate it. I'm out.